not be a good
I
ending.
don't think so either.
Yeah,
And
but
and
anyways,
listen,
No.
unless Cholo leaves, do you guys think Cholo will leave at some point? Because
well,
Atletico, I feel like, and we can segue into that,
yeah, I
into
feel like
Atletico's game and how they're playing.
he should leave. I think it's over for
And I
his
feel like
tenure
he's
is over.
holding them back with all the players they have. I
But
mean, when you look
but
at the roster,
if you want information, news is that they want him. They want to resign him, and they want to give him a new contract. So more than likely, he will say yes. He's the highest paid coach in
I
football
know,
right now. So
I
why
know,
would he ever leave that?
crazy.
But as far as the team, I agree with you. I think he's holding them back, and we can transition into Atletico Madrid, who
Yep.
hasn't been really playing good in the Champions League. They let up on that Lazio game. They had it won,
Hmm.
and at the end of the
Yep.
game, the goalkeeper comes
But
and
that's
takes over.
But it's
But
but
it's
that's the problem with
always the
them. They
same.
always, sorry, no, go on, man.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's the problem with them. Is every year the same thing, even including against Real Madrid in the Champions League final. You're winning, it's 1-0, and you expect to win the game and to keep defending for what, like 80 minutes the whole game, and protect that advantage, that one goal advantage against Real Madrid. Ronaldo, Di Maria, Bale. I mean, they had like a super team. Of course, Real Madrid was going to score at some point. It came from a header. It came from, well, there was some controversy, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you're trying to protect like a one goal lead in a Champions League final. That's the problem with Atletico Madrid, and they won that one La Liga with goal difference, or it was like a 1 point win in La Liga. But I mean, th- I don't even know how their fans appreciate like watching their team play that, boring
yeah, I don't
football.
either. I mean,
But
it's
Barcelona did the same last year,
True, true,
and
true.
yeah.
That's I
Barcelona,
totally agree with you.
nobody in Barcelona, eh, eh, between Barcelona reporters, at least Spanish reporters, said, "Oh, it was bad win like that." At the end, everybody
Well,
wants to win,
I
but
could.
Um,
Simeone has their style. Simeone took Atletico Madrid from the bottom and put
Yeah,
it in the
true,
top. That's
I
but
true.
that's
But my problem is he spent too much money and he wastes
yep.
players. He wastes
This is what I
players.
was gonna say. The context is extremely different. Barcelona is in a rebuild phase. Like we've been trying to be rebuild. We've been losing players. We lost
Five
Messi.
years rebuilding.
True, true. It's
yeah, yeah.
true, but I mean, it's you need time to rebuild a great team, and we're finally there this season where you could expect. Like we were talking about this before you got here. We were talking about like Barcelona's probably hoping to go as far as possible in the Champions League. Barcelona, just like Real Madrid, every year are like favorites to win La Liga. So we're talking about like big titles this year once again with
Yeah.
confidence. You look at the way the team plays, you look at the business that's done outside of football, and you're like, okay, well, there is hope now. 3, 4 years ago, even with Messi, even when Suarez was in Barcelona, you still felt like the team was shaky. You still felt that if you played Bayern or Man City or whatever, it was probably lost before it was even played.
Well, the
You
You
thing
know,
still
is, what to
no,
to
you didn't feel it. It happened.
it
but
happened.
the thing
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
the thing I will say to TK's point, to a certain extent, in the end of Suarez, Messi, Pique's career in Barcelona, it felt like they were holding the team back. They wouldn't let them progress. So I feel like Simeone is doing the same thing
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly.
for Atletico Madrid, because it's not about even the way they play. It's not about that. It's about, I don't know that he can make them better again to where they were before. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying they have to make it to the Champions League every final, every time around, but you have to perform better, and they just don't. I mean, they don't. I don't feel like nothing is progressing when it comes to.
Exactly. There's no progress. That's the problem. Like when you look at Barcelona, like last year, like you said, the league was won with one goal difference games. There was like 10 or 11 of them, and a great defense. That was intentional. Like everyone knew that Barcelona was not playing great football, and everyone knew that in the Champions League or in the Europa League, it wasn't the goal. But everyone knew that Barcelona was going for La Liga because that was like a way to rebuild and to have like a great transfer window in the summer and hopefully be able to learn like great talents. And that's exactly what happened. When you win titles, players will come because now you can sell a different project. If you talk to Joao Felix or Joao Cancelo or like Gundogan, you're like, okay, well, you just won the Champions League, but Barcelona, that's what we're going for now. We already re-cemented our place as a top team. We just won La Liga, we just won the Super Cup. Now we want to go bigger and we want to win more, and that's how you can sell a project. If you haven't won anything in 3 years, what are you going to tell players? Like, come in and maybe we're going to win something. Top players are not coming to maybe
Right.
win something, coming in to win everything. And that's like what a top team needs.